Some gadgets sound fake the first time you hear about them. Like something pulled straight out of a sci-fi movie, a concept sketch, or a maybe one day future. But the gadgets on this list, they're real. They exist. And people are actually using them right now. Today, we're counting down the most unreal gadgets that actually exist right now. These aren't just flashy ideas. They're working products that push boundaries, challenge expectations, and make you rethink what technology is capable of. Some will blow your mind. Some will quietly impress you. And a few might make you say, wait, why isn't everyone talking about this? Let's get into it. LG's signature OLED-R. Let's start with something that feels impossible until you watch it happen. The LG Signature OLED-R is a television that literally rolls itself away when you're done using it. With the press of a button, the screen rises smoothly from its base, perfectly flat and stunningly sharp. When it's off, it disappears completely, leaving no giant black rectangle dominating your living room. What makes this unreal isn't just the motion, it's the idea. This TV exists only when you want it to. The OLED panel delivers incredible contrast and color, while the rolling mechanism feels precise and deliberate, not gimmicky. It changes how screens fit into real living spaces. Once you see a TV vanish like this, traditional setups suddenly feel outdated. But disappearing screens are just the start. The next gadget proves even small tools can feel futuristic. Fantic V8. At first glance, the Fantic V8 looks like a simple handheld tool. Then you use it once, and wonder how you lived without it. This compact electric inflator handles car tires, bikes, sports balls, and more, all from a device small enough to toss in your glove box. You set the pressure, press a button, and it does the rest. It automatically shuts off when it reaches the target, removing the guesswork entirely. The digital display is clear, the controls are simple, and the build feels solid. What makes it unreal is how refined it feels for something so portable. It quietly replaces bulky compressors and unreliable pumps with one clean solution. And while that's impressive on the ground, the next gadget takes things into the air, literally. Drone H1X. Yes, this actually exists. The Drone H1X is a personal electric flying vehicle designed for vertical takeoff and landing. No runway, no long wings. Just lift straight up and go. It's built with multiple rotors, safety redundancy, and autonomous systems designed to make personal flight more accessible than ever before. This isn't just a concept sketch. It's a working aircraft under active development. The cabin surrounds the pilot for protection, while advanced flight controls help stabilize movement in the air. Seeing something like this in real life feels unreal, because it challenges what we think transportation should look like. It's not perfect yet, but it's real, and it's moving forward fast. And if flying cars feel futuristic, wait until you see how motion itself becomes design. Wheel ring lights. Wheel ring lights seem simple until you see them in motion. Mounted around the wheel, these illuminated rings create smooth, glowing patterns as the tire spins. The effect feels futuristic, almost hypnotic, especially at night. It turns something functional into something expressive. But they're not just for looks. These lights improve visibility and make vehicles easier to spot in low-light conditions, adding an extra layer of safety. What makes them unreal is how such a straightforward idea completely changes the feel of motion. Suddenly, movement becomes part of the design. It's proof that even small upgrades can have a big visual impact. And speaking of machines that move on their own, the next gadget doesn't just roll, it thinks. Samsung JetBot AI. The Samsung JetBot AI isn't just cleaning, it's observing. Using cameras and artificial intelligence, it maps your home, identifies objects, avoids obstacles, and cleans with intention instead of randomness. It recognizes furniture, pets, and high-traffic areas, adjusting its behavior in real time. Watching it work feels different from older robot vacuums. It doesn't bump around hoping for the best. It moves deliberately, like it understands the space it's in. That's what makes it unreal. Cleaning becomes something that just happens, without you thinking about it. Once floors stay clean without effort, it's hard to imagine going back. And after smart cleaning, the next gadget tackles a problem we all deal with daily: power and clutter. Invisi Mag Hub. The Invisi Mag Hub exists to solve a modern headache: too many devices and not enough clean ways to charge them. It combines multiple power outputs into one compact, well-designed hub that keeps everything organized and accessible. Phones, laptops, tablets, everything connects neatly without cable chaos. The design feels intentional, not cluttered, and it delivers power efficiently without overheating or slowing down. What makes it unreal isn't raw performance, it's how calm your setup suddenly feels. Once you experience a desk without tangled wires, you realize how much friction you've been living with. And after something this clean and controlled, the next gadget goes in the complete opposite direction: big, bold, and impossible to ignore. Method 2 Robot. The Method 2 Robot is a massive, human-piloted mech inspired by science fiction, except it's real. A person sits inside and controls the arms and movement in real time, mimicking human motion on a giant scale. Is it practical? Not really. Is it unreal? Absolutely. It exists to prove what's possible when engineering ambition meets imagination. Seeing a machine this large move with human-like precision feels surreal. It's not about everyday use, it's about pushing boundaries. And after something this extreme, the next gadget brings things back down to earth with a much quieter kind of innovation. Sleep Robot. This one surprises people because it doesn't look like tech that's trying to impress you. The Sleep Robot is designed to do one thing extremely well: help you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. It uses gentle movement, rhythmic breathing patterns, and calming sounds to guide your body into a relaxed state. Instead of blasting noise or flashing lights, it works subtly, syncing with your breathing and encouraging your nervous system to slow down. What makes it unreal is how physical it feels. You don't just hear it, you feel it. For people who struggle with racing thoughts or restless nights, this kind of tech can be a game changer. Once your sleep starts improving without effort, you realize how powerful calm technology can be. And after something this personal, the next gadget follows you wherever you travel. Velo Luggage. The Velo Luggage turns travel into something smoother than you expect. Instead of feeling like you're dragging your belongings behind you, it feels like the luggage is actually helping you move. It's designed with durability, smart compartments, and modern mobility in mind, removing many of the small frustrations people associate with travel. Everything has a purpose, from easy access storage to balanced weight distribution that makes long walks less tiring. Depending on the model, features can include built-in power for charging devices, tracking to help locate your bag, or assisted movement that reduces strain as you walk through terminals. What makes it unreal is how something so traditionally annoying suddenly becomes effortless. When moving through airports, stops feel like a chore. You quickly realize how much thoughtful design matters. And after improving how you move, the next gadget changes how you see the physical world itself. Smart 3D Scanner. The Smart 3D Scanner bridges the gap between physical and digital worlds. It allows you to scan real-world objects and turn them into detailed digital models, quickly and accurately. Designers, engineers, and creators use it to capture shapes, parts, and environments without expensive equipment. What used to take hours can now be done in minutes. What makes it unreal is how natural it feels. You point, scan, and suddenly the physical object exists digitally. Once you've used it, you start seeing the world differently, as something you can capture, modify, and recreate. And after digitizing reality, the next gadget focuses on something much more basic: energy. Power One. The Power One is built around dependable energy, whenever and wherever you need it. Whether it's used as a portable power station, backup system, or everyday charging solution, it prioritizes reliability over flash. It runs quietly, delivers stable output, and doesn't demand attention. And that's exactly why it feels unreal when you need it most. Power is simply there. No noise, no stress, no scrambling. You don't think about it until the moment everything else stops working. And when that happens, having power feels like a superpower. Finally, we end with something refined, intentional, and quietly impressive. Taser 10. The Taser 10 feels unreal because it looks like something from a sci-fi movie, but it's a real, modern self-defense device. Designed with safety and distance in mind, it allows users to deploy from farther away than earlier models, reducing the need for close contact in dangerous situations. What makes it stand out is how much thought has gone into control and accountability. Built-in tracking, digital records, and precision-focused design make it feel less like a weapon and more like a carefully engineered safety tool. It's not about power for the sake of power. It's about giving people options when situations escalate unexpectedly. Seeing technology applied to personal safety, this deliberately makes you realize how far modern devices have come. And it's a reminder that some of the most unreal gadgets exist to protect, not entertain. So those are the most unreal gadgets that actually exist right now. Some push technology to its limits, some quietly fix everyday problems, and some make you rethink what's possible in the first place. That's the real magic of great tech. It doesn't just impress you once, it changes how you think about what's normal. If you had to pick just one from this list, which one surprised you the most? And if you enjoy discovering tech that actually exists, not just concepts and hype, make sure you hit subscribe. We break down the gadgets that are shaping the present, not just the future. Because once you realize how unreal today's technology already is, there's no going back.